So I wanted to report on something that is, I think, safe to finally say. It's kind of been something that's been on my mind a little bit over the last few weeks, kind of for the last year, but not really. But I think I can finally say that I've healed my hip. So let me tell you a story. So about 4.5 years ago, Scott and I bought our house, and I was lifting a box like this, like the way you're supposed to, like not with your back, but like with your legs, and I pulled a hip flexor, kind of like right in here, sort of, like through here and across here. So like not a groin muscle or anything like that, but like legit through the hip flexor. And it was very, very painful, and it didn't seem to get better for like a really long time. As a matter of fact, it got worse actually for a while before it got better. So, I tried to do a few things for it. The last time I had chronic orthopedic type of pain for a while, it was actually my knee. And the thing that actually helped my knee was losing about 20 pounds. That seemed to be the thing that actually made that go away. I haven't had knee pain since. So I was thinking to myself, okay, so this is going to be one of the things I do. I think I'm just going to barrel forward and do keto and try to get this weight off and everything like that. And that was like a whole nother ordeal and stuff. But it was one of the reasons why I decided to choose keto, because I knew it would make me lose weight, or I figured it would, and it did. To get, I thought my midsection was causing extra weight to be put on this area, and it just wasn't getting better as a result of it. Got on keto, lost a ton of weight. My hip got worse. It didn't get better. What was happening was when I was walking, I was actually walking further spaced apart, kind of like that, okay, rather than normally, like where my hips and my legs are in, okay. So you can see from like the video that I'm walking a lot more normally now. So that I figured that out about 2 years ago, where the alignment of the way I was walking was different simply because my hips got narrower and I did lose weight. So that was just kind of one thing. Did things get better? A little bit. I wasn't like every day in excruciating pain, getting woken up in the middle of the night from pain. Some of that did actually go away. So then I decided to join belly dance. I joined House of Hip Studio, and I've been dancing with Mandy ever since. I figured the classes would be good because it would allow me to work on the micro muscles needed for like hip movements and everything, okay? And I was right. It definitely did strengthen a lot of that area, the core area. It does phenomenal things for it. And now we can see where that all went. It's given me amazing opportunities to dance and everything. So that makes me excited all of the time to do all of that. Has it worked? I'm not sure. I think it has done some things to strengthen, but it didn't make the pain go away. There would be like even some sort of recent rehearsals, like in the last year or so, where like I'd be a little bit in pain, or at least quite stiff after rehearsals. And I think some of it is I maybe should have warmed up a little longer. Maybe I should have actually done a cool down after rehearsal or something like that. So I made sure that when I started getting into more of like the solo experiences, as you saw a little bit in some posts back over summer and fall, I was definitely doing some extra practicing at home and making sure that I was stretching before and after, just to make sure I wasn't inadvertently re-hurting myself or aggravating something, I definitely watched the type of footwear I was using. I was on my feet a lot over the summer and spring, and definitely made sure I was taking care of my feet and not causing anything from the ground up, orthopedic pain-wise. Even that wasn't really quite doing it. It'd be like certain things would seem to aggravate, and then I'd go days or sometimes even weeks without pain. So over the last, we'll go with a month or two, I think I finally have it figured out. So, oh wait, I got ahead of myself. I had one more thing to talk about before that. So about a year ago let's see here, in about a few weeks it'll be a year anniversary, I got my CPT license, basically my certification that licenses me as a certified personal trainer. And I did that, of course, for a lot of reasons. Obviously it was to start PAVE, but also it was to help me better formulate workouts to help my dance goals, which are, of course, not just belly dance, but also pole as well. And, pole is very, very rigorous, and honestly, I think I trust myself a lot more now that I have that license to actually improve and do really difficult things and stuff. But it was also to help this hip pain, too, and to try to get down to the root problem of what's really going on with it. My big thing is I don't want to have surgery for it. I don't want to have surgery to have it pull me back and to hinder my progress and to just keep me down. I always got to be active, I don't want that kind of thing, especially at a younger age like this, or even down the line, I'm not going to want to have to worry about that. I would rather take care of things now so that it's not a problem at any time, so that I can live my life pain-free and so that I don't have to worry about it getting worse later. Well, I think I finally figured it out. And it's stupid. You guys ready for this? It came down to two things. Number one, sitting on the couch. I stopped. Okay, so normally, like in the evenings after work, after having dinner, I'd park myself on the couch. There'd be a TV tray in front of me. I'd have my computer there. Maybe I'd play video games. Maybe I'd watch TV, whatever. But either way, I'd be sitting in a certain position on the couch. And after maybe not even 15 minutes, crazy searing hip pain all the way through here and across here. It's like, what? Come on, I just sat down. I don't want to be in pain. It didn't hurt me all day. I did this crazy workout. Why is this hurting, So I was getting so mad. And this was only like December, this is like last month, right? Okay. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to take my computer. I'm going to do all my work at the dining room table. So I have like another makeshift office upstairs at the dining room table. And then I got another chair there and I just propped my foot up. No hip pain at all. Zero. Gone. That does not bother my hip. But there was still some lingering moments, usually some stiffness in the morning and then a little bit towards the end of the day. And I was like, there's still something. This improved things, but there is still something. This pain is still not gone. But the fact that I can still go days and weeks means it's just so intermittent. Something has to be bothering it. So as you see, I'm like constantly in long sleeves now. I am always, always cold. It's just how I am, right? You should see me at night. Lots of blankets everywhere. So here's an issue. I was sleeping, or had been sleeping, with blankets underneath me, tucked underneath so that no cold air would get into my little pocket, right? And if I had a blanket that was like coming up under here, it was actually resetting my hip so that my hip was like crooked, not level, and maybe at a weird angle, maybe knee bent in not the most natural position. Basically, I wasn't sleeping with my leg naturally straight like you would be seeing right here, okay? And I'd wake up all stiff. I would wake up in the middle of the night in pain again. But most of my pain that I was experiencing was around the nighttime, okay? So I was like, it's something about the way I'm sleeping. So I changed that. I made sure there weren't weird, awkward blankets underneath me when I was sleeping. No more hip pain. It's all gone. Stupid stuff, right? Stupid little stuff. But here's kind of the bottom line of what I wanted to talk about today, is that these things that I observed, first of all, I don't think I would have been able to figure them out if I wasn't a personal trainer. If I didn't have my own way and knowledge set to be able to support and figure out what I was going through and just pick it apart, I think I'd still be in a lot of pain or seeking help or something. Or maybe even worse, on meds for it. Like, meds didn't always help too because of the intermittent problem, I would be in a lot worse shape. But what I want to tell you today is that certain intermittent types of almost like chronic pain, if there's no actual root cause for it, how much of your life is being spent you doing something that you're not even realizing, some weird behavior or thing or way you sit or way you move is just causing that to get more and more aggravated. How awesome would that be if you were able to get that figured out and just change something about the way you move or something about the way you stand or something, and then that just gets better on its own, and your body's natural healing capabilities can actually just fix that for you over the course of a few weeks. That's essentially what happened here. So, I'm kind of in amazement about it, so much so that I wanted to share this with you. I know that for sure this is not everybody's story. I know for sure that people experience pain because of some underlying condition that they know that a doctor told them, or because of some injury or something. But what if there's something related to that? Something about how the muscles are being used around that problem area that are preventing it from actually getting better fully. It really makes you think. And so I just wanted to kind of put that thought in your mind a little bit and you know, look inside, see if there actually could be a possibility of something like that. And if you want to chat about it, let me know. You know, I'd be happy to offer any insight about that. And because obviously with the licensing, I've been trained to have to think about this, and we were trained extensively in muscle imbalances and things like that. So it's something I do know a lot about now. So hit me up. Let me know if there's something that you have a question on. If not, at least just make this story have this story help you think about how this could be applicable in your own life. Okay? So that's just what I wanted to share with you today. Have a good rest of your day and enjoy your weekend coming up. Go Bills!